Hello everyone, welcome back. I know it's been a while since I've made a video, but the weather is actually pretty nice out today, so I figured it'd be a good day for filming. In this lesson I'm going to be covering a slight variation to the blade barrier, which is another dual wield move that I've covered in the past. And just to recap, the blade barrier is actually the dual obi-ani move. That thing there, okay? This is going to be a slight variation of that, and it's actually going to come from a video that someone sent me on Facebook asking how to do it, and it's from another YouTube video that I'm going to try and link in the description if I can find the link. So there's some kids playing in the background, so if you can hear that, I'm sorry. And what this move actually looks like, you start with the basic blade barrier, and then it turns into that. And then back into the blade barrier. Okay, so it's a slight variation that you can do. I'm going to focus on that extra move first, and then I'll show you how to work it into the entire blade barrier. Okay, so what you're doing, basically you're taking that obi-ani move and you're adding a little variation to it. Okay, so you're basically taking this over the head. Okay, now the way to do that is when you're doing that obi-ani move, and you should already know how to do this if you've seen my single saber series. When that blade comes into the front, in front of you, right there, okay, you're bringing it vertical in front of you, like you normally would, to go back into it. Okay, but when you come vertical, you're basically going to do a basic flourish in front of you. And if you remember the basic flourish, that's that thing there. Okay? And you're basically doing that in front of your body. Like that. So when you come in front, you come vertical, basic flourish, and all I'm doing there, it's the same thing I'm doing the basic on the side, I'm just doing it in front of my body. So instead of doing it on this plane, I'm doing it on this plane, okay? So blade barrier, or obi-ani really. Okay, vertical, basic, and as I'm doing that, my hand is coming upwards, okay? So when I bring it vertical, my hand is coming upwards as I'm doing that basic, okay? And when it comes upwards, it's just going horizontally, clockwise over my head. Okay, and then it comes back down into a sweep. So the whole thing looks like that. Alright. So, again, slowly, obi-ani. Then it comes vertical in front of you, basic, and then clockwise over the head. And from there it just scoops down again to vertical. And you can repeat that as many times as you like. Before going back into the obi. And the way to apply that with a dual blade is as you come again into that front part, and you can do this with either side, which is you can actually alternate this at one point, but I won't cover that today. So as you're doing the blade barrier, just choose which side you want to do it on, and as you come in front with that blade, that's when you start that move, okay? So if I was doing it on my right side, I would start it here, okay? Now as I go into that, that basic flourish, this hand is continuing its obi-ani move. Okay. Now, if you try this with both hands, it is going to feel a little bit weird because the timing is actually different for this than it is for the blade barrier. Okay. When you add this move in, it's going to feel more like a simultaneous action instead of an alternating. So it will throw off your timing a bit, but it's something they'll just click once you get it. So I'll try to do this very slowly. So this would be the blade barrier. Okay, now if I'm doing it on my right side again, as I come in front, that's going to go into the basic as this comes around for the obi-ani. Okay. Okay. And then this one is coming in front as this one's going over. Okay. Okay. As this comes back over and this goes over the top, this comes back into the obi-ani, and this one just scoops down back into that move. Okay, as this continues to do this. Alright, so a little bit faster. If you can see this is more of a simultaneous action. It's not really an alternating thing anymore, like it is with the normal blade barrier. And that's really what makes this move difficult to learn at first, is getting that change in timing, or that change in rhythm, I guess. Okay, now when you're ready to get back into the blade barrier, this is the part, this is when you would go back into that, when this hand scoops back down, okay? Which would look like, I gotta do it a little bit faster now. Okay, like that. So as this blade scoops back down and over, instead of going back into that move, as you come over, you're going back into the blade barrier. So the variation, and then when I come through here, as that blade comes down again, I just take it back into the blade barrier. And it should continue to flow into that as well as it did coming out of it. Okay, so I'll do a little bit, pretty much at full speed for you. So blade barrier. Alteration. And back into the blade barrier. Again, I'm not the best at it because it's a move I really just learned, but that is the gist of it. I'll go over the one-handed again really quick just so you get it. So you're taking that obi-ani move, okay, and again, as that blade comes in front, instead of going back into the obi-ani, you bring it vertical, basic flourish in front of you, and you kind of have to bend your wrist inward to do that. Okay. And then from there, it's going horizontally, clockwise above your head. Okay. So vertical, basic, horizontal, and clockwise. And from there, it just scoops down to your side, back into horizontal. And then from there, you can either go back into that move, or you can go back into the obi-ani. So without the other blade, this is what it would look like. Obi-ani, variation. And then back into the obi-ani. Okay? And again, once you bring that blade vertical into that basic, your arm is moving upwards the whole time. Okay, to allow it to pass over your head when it comes time for that. Because if you didn't, if you just kept it there, you'd have to quickly raise your arm in to get it over your head. So the way to make this variation look smooth is to have your arm be going upwards as you're doing that basic flourish. And then over the head, okay? So one more time what it looks like. Blade barrier. Variation. And blade barrier. Alright, so that's a little extra thing you can do when you're doing the blade barrier. Again, you can do it on each side. And I believe you can actually alternate those two things to have it go this one, and so on. But it really does take a good amount of coordination to be able to do just what I did, specifically because of that timing difference. It goes from being an alternating move to kind of a simultaneous one, which it's easy to throw you off. What I would recommend, the way I would recommend practicing is, first of all, you pretty much need to master this move, the obi-ani move, and then just practice this move by itself, slowly. I mean, do this as slow as you need to and as long as you need to be able to get it down. Because when I do the dual move, my focus is actually on keeping the obi-ani looking somewhat clean. Because when you're adding this move in, this hand tends to kind of go messy. So that's actually where I keep my focus. So I actually practice this move to the point where I don't even really have to think about it, so that I can keep my hand on the obi-ani move to keep it looking semi-nice and to keep it from clacking into this saber. So you really want to spend some time learning that and getting it down pretty well before adding the extra blade. When you do add the extra blade, really slow the move down. Again, you should have this move pretty much mastered if you've seen my dual series. And then when you get to this point where you're ready to go into that variation, really slow the move down. And again, it's as you bring one blade in front vertical. Okay, and then from there, just take it in sections. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so you basically can take it in pieces and just work on those pieces themselves before trying to slowly add them together. Okay, and then once you've gotten that down, then you can slowly work on going back into the blade barrier. Okay, and once you can do that, then you just start speeding it up until you can do it at a pretty decent speed. So that's the way I would recommend practicing that move, just building it incrementally, step by step, as you did with some of the other moves. Yeah, so that's that video. That's a little something you can add to routines or whatever. And again, I'll try to link back to the original video where I saw this move, if I can still find it, so you can see it done with like actual swords and a little bit faster, as well as in each hand. Yeah, so hope you enjoyed that. Really fun move to do once you get it. It just takes a little bit more coordination and timing, but it is fun. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.